The story begins with an emotional and tension filled twist where Ilham, who is Elf's sister, reaches the guest house where Sihan is hiding while searching for him. Upon seeing Sihan, Ilham's anger and grief explode. She emotionally tells Sihan that everyone had convinced her that Elf was dead, but she is not ready to accept this truth. She directly accuses Sihan of her sister's murder and, in intense rage, threatens to destroy him and his father. She makes it clear that she will not leave without taking revenge for her sister's death. On the other hand, when Zakaria finds out that Ilham has gone to the guest house where Sihan Baba is staying, he panics. He admits it as his big mistake because he failed to stop Ilham from going there. When this news reaches Ghazi Yusuf, he becomes extremely furious at his men's incompetence. He shouts in anger that Ilham has reached their home and Sihan's guest house, and no one had any clue about it. Ghazi Yusuf realizes that he made a huge mistake by underestimating this girl, and now he will have to do something to remove her from the way. Meanwhile, Ilham goes to the police station to try to take action against Sihan. However, the inspector tells her that since this alleged crime did not occur within the limits of their station, they cannot register an FIR. He advises Ilham to go to Karachi and file the report there. Ilham expresses her disappointment because she knows that Sihan's father, Ghazi Yusuf, is a very powerful and influential man, due to which the law appears helpless before him. After the police leave, Ghazi Yusuf's manager informs him that they have handled the police through bribes and influence, and the situation is currently under their control. Ghazi Yusuf decides that he will review the situation for another day or two and then take final action against Ilham and Sihan. Sihan is broken by the accusations leveled against him. He cries in front of Ilham and explains that he did not kill Elf, rather, he loved her immensely. He says that his only sin was that he was not present with his wife in her last moments, and he will regret this for the rest of his life. But Ilham rejects his words, calling them acting and lies. The other people present there are also angry with Sihan for hiding his real identity from them for so long and living like an imposter. The story also discusses the legal aspects, where the people standing with Ilham consult lawyers. The lawyer says that according to the forensic report, the handwriting on the letters matches Elf's, which has weakened their case. The lawyer states that they can take the position in court that Elf wrote these letters under severe pressure. Otherwise, they will have to find solid evidence anew. In another twist, Ghazi Yusuf confesses in his solitude the terrible truth that he himself had killed Elf to save his son Sihan's life. He orders his manager that Ilham has now become a big threat to them, and before she can harm Sihan, she too should be removed from the path. He emphasizes that Ilham's murder should also look like an accident, just like Elf's, so that no one suspects them. At the end of the episode, an emotional and painful conversation takes place between Sihan and Ilham. Ilham tells him that she loved her sister very much, but they only have childhood memories because they were separated early. Sihan tells her that he has many sweet and beautiful memories of Elf. Ilham emotionally says that she is telling Sihan all these things because Elf's heart is beating in Sihan's chest right now, due to the heart transplant, and perhaps her heart is listening to her sister's words. Sihan breaks down crying while remembering the past and tells how he was with Elf at the time of her mother's death. In that difficult time, his heart first beat for Elf and he felt the emotion of love. Both shed intense tears in memory of the sister, where on one side there is deep sorrow, and on the other, the grave mystery of the murder remains. The story is now entering an extremely thrilling and dangerous phase. Ilham is starting to feel strongly that Sihan is trying to trap her in his web. She feels that Sihan is deceiving her in exactly the same way he must have trapped Elf in the past. She wants to expose his true face at all costs. On the other hand, Ghazi Yusuf's henchmen are keeping an eye on Sihan, and they believe that as long as Ilham is present there, Sihan will not run away. Ghazi Yusuf is extremely serious about his son's protection, and while expressing his anger, he gives a stern warning that whoever is listening to his voice should listen carefully and stay away from Ilham, because he wants to take this matter in a different direction. The close people with Ilham are also extremely worried about the situation and try to convince her that all this is like a typical movie story whose reality she is unaware of, so they advise her to return from there immediately. During this, some greedy and selfish elements are also active, believing that they should get Sihan and others to become friends because Sihan is the son of a very big father, and when he becomes rich again, he will reward them too. The other people in the house strongly condemn this alternative and greedy thinking, saying that even in this time of trouble, some people are only thinking about their own benefit. The biggest and most shocking twist in the story comes when Ilham confronts Sihan. Ilham, with extreme anger and contempt, challenges Sihan that if he is really so truthful and innocent, then why doesn't he get his own father arrested for Elf's murder, swearing on the true love of his daughter and wife? This question shakes Sihan's conscience. He makes a very big and sacrifice-filled decision to take the burden of his father's crime on his own shoulders. At the end of the next episode, Sihan records a video statement in which he begins to confess in full consciousness the horrific fact that he himself killed his wife Elf. He is about to take the entire blame for Elf's murder on himself to save his father from the clutches of the law, which will completely turn the story.